Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today I'll talk about Camilla, her stats and some builds. So Camilla is a flying axe unit. Her base kit includes Brave Axe, Draconic Aura, Darting Blow, and Savage Blow. She is available both in 4 and 5 stars, so it is not too hard to merge if you are a little lucky. Her stats are all pretty balanced, with 28 defense being her lowest one, and 37 HP being her highest. Camilla is usually seen as a pretty mediocre unit, mostly because of her balanced stat spread, which means she doesn't really excel at anything. Her attack and speed are not good enough for a super aggressive build. Her defense means she's not as good as Verga as a physical tank, and she doesn't have a legendary weapon that gives her an edge. Her base kit is also pretty bad, having almost no synergy with her stats. However, her decent defense and resistance stats make her an ideal hybrid tank. Among green heroes, there's other heroes that are better than Camilla in this role. Both Christmas Lisa and China have higher defensive stats. Christmas Chrome can also be really good at this. And among flyers, Mir is better than Camilla in every stat but speed. But Camilla is a lot easier to merge. She also has a lot more mobility than armored heroes, and has access to Emerald Axe. Building a hybrid tank is a lot more difficult than building a specialized tank. Most defensive skills have a restriction that forces you to specialize against certain enemies. Boosts, Fortress, and Stance skills only work against one type of attack. Close defense and distant defense only work against certain weapons. Triangle Depth only works against certain colors. Things like Fury are not really optimal for this kind of build. You also need to consider that having distant counter is very important, as having an enemy survive after dying can be really dangerous when playing against dancers or positioning skills. So you need to prioritize defensive skills that can be found in seals or weapons, so you can keep your A slot open. The weapons we want to consider for this build are Emerald Axe with the Triangular Depth effect, Handbell and Sago Gifts with the full stance effect, and Melon Crusher with a mini Fury effect. Other weapons like Slaying Axe are also good if you choose to specialize either in defense or resistance. For seals we have Close Defense against melee enemies, Distant Defense against ranged enemies, Fortress Resistance against magic enemies, Defense or Resistance Seal, a Shield if you want to tank archers, or something like Quick Riposte to open up your B slot. If you choose to tank only against melee enemies, you can drop Distant Counter and play double Close Defense. For the special, you'll probably want Mumbo, but Luna, Iceberg, and Bonfire are also good if you go with Slaying Axe. For the B slot, Quick Riposte means you always trigger Mumbo in one turn. Guard gives you extra protection against enemy specials, and Renewal gives you extra survivability in long fights, mostly useful in Tempest Trials. My current build is this one. With her Emerald Axe, she is focused on tanking blue units. She can easily take hits from Reinhardt and kill him in one counter attack, usually taking no damage. And the Quick Riposte guard combo is really strong. I really like her, she's a lot of fun to play. So yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please consider subscribing, it helps me a lot. Here you can check out my other videos, or you can go to my main YouTube page where I have everything organized. Yeah, see you next time.